Hello, my loves. So I wanted to take a minute to talk to you about something a little bit uncomfortable, spiritually speaking, something deeply karmic. And I want to touch on frequency, I want to touch on numerology, and I also want to touch on 7, among other numbers. Okay, so I'm referencing the documentary called 77 Minutes today. This is a documentary about a massacre that occurred in a McDonald's and lasted a duration of 77 minutes. 21 beings were massacred. So we're going to talk a little bit about this. It also occurred on the 18th, which is a deeply karmic number. Let's talk about it. Now, to truly understand this frequency, we have to understand the true meaning of 7. My loves, it is not prosperity. It is not luck. It is actually death, transformation, darkness, foes, addiction, disease. So not to make this video too long, let's get to deciphering. So when we're talking about 77, we are talking about the basis of these connections being related to some sort of death or some sort of dark energy, okay? We are also talking about something that occurred, okay, on July 18th. When you decipher 718, you isolate the initial digit. Again, that death frequency. But it's paired with 18, which is a number that identifies a being navigating the karmic realm as it relates to someone's own actions and reactions, as well as past lives, and it totals 9, the number of an ending. But jumping back to 77 itself, 7 and 7 totals 14, which is a being navigating the realm of energetic exchange as it relates to karma of a different type. Internal and external discomfort, restriction of thought or circumstance. It's an egoic wound when we're talking about karma related to 5. And then when we get to the number of victims, we're talking about 21. I've talked about 21 quite a lot. This is an external expression of something held within the soul. Typically, it's a soul wound. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to is that this being has endured a wound of violence. This being has likely been unalived, likely by this group of people. And this is very hard for people to understand. Karma is very uncomfortable to talk about because it can be seen as victim blamey. But when you actually have a karmic eye and you honor and respect karma in past lives, and reversal of roles, and energetic exchange. These are all topics that are touched on in these numbers I just provided to you. And we can further add the frequency of 1984, which is the year that this occurred. It confirms that 9 energy, that 10 energy, right? Bringing a being a new spiritual experience, an expansive energy. Right? And when you're pairing that with 84, we're talking about karmic energy or past life energy, pulling in energetic exchange, pulling in a soul contract. So the first example I would be able to give you would be, let's say this being was executed publicly in a past life, or persecuted in a past life. Let's say a mob went after this being and executed them. That would be a perfect example of how, karmically speaking, the reversal of roles would grant a proper energetic exchange and 21 frequency exchange. Now, karmic situations are painful, are dark. But unfortunately, they are always fair. And my loves, if it is not fair, which does occur, it means there is some sort of other 4D issue, soul contract issue, agreement, soul agreement, either conscious, subconscious, or unconscious agreement in place that is going to keep someone in a painful karmic loop. So doing the proper energy work, Getting those energetic clearings is very important. Very, very important. So, my love, if you are experiencing anything that is redundant, repetitive, painful, restrictive, dark, it means clearing needs to occur. Send me a direct message or comment below to discuss it further privately.